This is part 77 of Ocarina of Time 3D. We've defeated Ganondorf.
Yes.
Heading into this, and now this part is going to be spent escaping from Ganon's castle and then fighting...
And Ganon's tower.
Ganon's
Which
tower.
is it?
Yeah.
I guess it's both, actually. It's down Ganon's tower and then escape the castle, so...
Yep. And then, of course, fighting Ganondorf's final form in the final boss fight.
Yeah, oh, I thought you were going to actually say it, but then you didn't. So, well, we'll be fighting Ganon in this part, but right off the bat, like, his cape right there.
Oh, yeah.
And how it's, like, kind of torn to pieces. I don't know, like, during the last fight, if it kind of tore up as you went along in the fight, but just that image right there of it all torn up, and then him falling to his knees, and then falling all the way down. It's just an incredibly great feeling.
And I love being up here at the very top of the tower, and, like, the walls have crumbled, the ceiling is crumbled, it's just open air. Up here at the very top, now you got the dark clouds all around.
He should let this part open in the first place.
He should have.
You know, if you think about it. I mean, it's a pretty nice place up here, but...
I'd be up there with a chair and a cigar.
His room, okay, that is definitely true. But the sunsets, I don't know about the sunsets too much. We're not very pleasing right here. Well, for Ganondorf, they might be, but what was I going to say? Oh, the organ room he had, though, was pretty sweet beforehand.
Now, I like the escape from the... I know you're a fan as well. The escape is just... There's that sense of urgency. You've got the timer.
The theme helps out with that a lot.
It does. Plus, you've got obstacles falling on you. We're going to have to fight some enemies. It makes it feel like...
Like one. Well, three.
Not many.
Yeah, not many.
You can dodge a lot of them.
Yes, exactly.
Of course. But it really adds to a sense of, like, urgency to get out of this place.
I just like that they added it because, like, the games before this, like, all we had was Ganon.
Yeah.
I guess when we got Ganondorf, like, you weren't really sure at the time first playing this if that Ganondorf fight was actually the end of the game or not. Nowadays, we know that it's not because they have, like, 4 or 5 stages to the final boss fight, which, one of my problems with Zelda, but, like...
It's okay.
Like, I remember the first time playing, I thought that was it, and then, like, oh, no, we get to, you know, do this whole escape down the castle and just... For some reason, it was new.
It was.
But, like, Ocarina of Time got to do a lot of new stuff in Zelda, but just, I don't know, I just loved it.
Another touch of this whole, like, escape is how much time we spend on the outside of the castle. Like, the whole time we were in the tower, the whole time we were climbing it, we were inside. And now that we're actually escaping, we get to go along this outside barrier, and it gives you the views, which we always love. And there's no ledges in some spots.
I love that part. It's like playing on Rainbow Road. In Mario Kart.
Plus, it adds to that sense of, like, you could fall off and fall all the way to the bottom. And like I said, just getting the views that we didn't get on our way up Ganon's tower, it really added to this escape.
Like, I kind of wish we would have had that, though, going up Ganon's tower. Like, go outside. Like, we always love going outside dungeons. And you brought up a great example, like Tower of the Gods, like how you go outside just for a little while. But if we could have, like, gone out some of those walkways of, like, around the outside, like, that would have been a cool little addition, but same time, great game, not going to really complain too much about small things like that.
And there's a few things on this escape that are actually a little annoying, like, every time we get hit, Zelda stops.
Or we jumped on like we did right there. Like, you jump kind of laying on, she'll also do that.
Yeah, so that kind of, like, it slows you down a little bit. It's not bad, and we'll escape with plenty of time to spare.
Oh, definitely. I never had a problem with the time. No. Like, have we defeated the Stout Folks yet, or...
Yes.
Oh, we did. We must have did that pretty quickly.
I think that was when Zelda was trapped in a little ring of fire.
Yep, it was. Oh, yeah, you're right, because we actually... This is, like, right before this is the last part of the tower. Anyways. I remember the only problem I had was those Stalfos and just being those, and that's the only issue I ever had with time. But I don't remember ever running out of time doing this.
No, and as long as, like, if you're not stopping to fight every enemy along the way, you should be alright. That Re-Dead, though... is just stupid.
I was hoping the remake, like, they would change that to where it wouldn't stop you, because for some reason, like we talked about, we're not very patient people. So when something like that gets in our way, it frustrates us, and just it seems so pointless this close like, to the end. Now, I guess a good thing you get there, like, it'd be kind of cool. It'll be frustrating. One part, if you were so close, like, let's say you have like 10 seconds left, and that Re-Dead like hugs you, or I wouldn't really call it a hug, but like, you know, like grabs you or whatever, like that would be kind of frustrating but cool at the same time.
It would be. When you got a minute and a half left in time like we did, you know, again, you don't have to stop and fight hardly anybody. I think, like I said, the Stalfos are one of the very few enemies we can actually even have to fight. And other than that, you should have plenty of time.
I kind of wish that there would have been more enemies. Like,
me too.
I don't know what else I would put in there, but just... Really, like you said, we had a minute and a half left. It kind of is too easy, which, you know, sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I do like in Zelda games, especially with time missions or whatever you want to call them, but just, I don't know, I feel like there could have been, once again, not complaining about an awesome game, but just Just something a little bit more, I don't know, maybe some target shooting practice. You gotta hit like a target to make the door open or something.
But how about this cinematic?
That's a dumb idea.
It's cool. I mean, it's something at least.
Yeah.
This cinematic with the tower just collapsing down. Like you've got the pillars that have like the gargoyles on them are falling over. The rest.
I
of
love that. I thought they were just birds today.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't take a good look at them.
It was very gothic architecture that Ganondorf was working with. But then just seeing nothing but like the floating island that used to be his castle right here with a little bit of rubble on the top, I thought was just a really cool visual.
It was just awesome seeing that whole castle come down. Now, I don't exactly know what kind of implosion that is right there, because that's the slowest collapse I've ever seen in my life. I mean, that thing took forever to fall down.
Did.
Like,
plus, it sank perfectly down into its
foundation. And where's all the rubble at? We have like no rubble. There's no way that. I guess now we're getting to like the whole physics of Zelda. We know that doesn't make sense in the first place, but right here, I love how Ganondorf comes out of the crumble and just like we finally see how he becomes Ganon.
And that's what I love. Like all prior games that had been made before Ocarina of Time, Pig Ganon was, you know, Ganon's form, whether it was the original Legend of Zelda or Link to the Past.
Yes.
He was already in Pig Ganon form.
Yeah.
Or, as I say here,
this was the first game to introduce Ganondorf in the series. So
I just love seeing his transformation from, like, a Gerudo King Ganondorf to just that one word.
So you see how he finally became that. In this boss fight right here, just... I mean, when he comes up like that, and like just how big he is, which one thing I actually hate about the remake was how small that Ganon looked. But you just get that, and we've talked about it before, you get that one word Ganon, there's like no like adjectives or description for him. And just like those huge swords he's swinging back and forth. I mean, I just remember seeing that for the first time. I was like, okay, this is the final boss right here.
I will say I'm with you though. Like in the cinematic, they made him look like he was really towering over you. And then once it actually comes to just the fight, he's not that much bigger.
No, he's not. Like I guess he kind of looks bigger right here than I thought, but maybe it's playing on a 3DS and just a smaller screen. Maybe. It might have a little something to do with that, but just. One thing, like, you can kind of see we're using the same strategy right here. Roll between his legs, his tail. That's the best strategy to go with, the easiest one to go with.
It is.
And when you know that, it kind of makes this boss fight kind of, you know, too easy.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But
well, again, the big Goron sword, just like it always does, contributes to it being a bit of an easier fight.
But the first time I didn't know that, I remember this boss fight being quite a bit of fun.
Well, because, like, if you can't roll between his legs, you've got to, like, hop around him when he's attacking. And I think you have to use, like, the hammer or the bow on his tail.
Oh, I can't remember. The bow might be right.
Which does so much less damage, of course, than the big Goron sword.
Yeah,
So, in this form, it doesn't take much to whittle him down to where you can finally recover your Master Sword here in a couple more strikes.
But then how about that ring of fire all around? I love that kind of, like, you know, gives you a contained area. Much like the Dark Lord Ganondorf we got in Twilight Princess, that was kind of closed off. So I always kind of like that in boss fights because it just adds, not sense of danger, but just like... It makes it a little more timid, I think, when you're like trapped inside a little area.
Well, you also think like in Wind Waker, you're surrounded by like the water collapsing all around you, which I thought is the same general concept.
But the very more on that was a platform, though, wasn't it? Because the platform, because I believe there was space, but I'm not sure. I believe there was space between the platform and the water.
Probably a little bit,
but I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I think fire looks better than water for like a Ganon fight, but at the same time, it makes sense in Wind Waker.
Well, then you get Skyward Sword though, where it looks like you have an infinite plane of water.
Now, that one is awesome. You know, one issue I do have is why Ganon's tail is rainbow colored.
Oh, I know.
Like, that just look does not fit him at all. Like, you see all this dark stuff, and then, like, he has his tail. It's rainbow color, and obviously that should be his weakness.
And I get that they probably did that to show that is his
definitely.
But you're right, it doesn't match the rest of his...
Well, maybe just like...
black and purple.
Yeah, I can't remember what it looks like in the N64 version, but maybe they just made it, like, red. Or something like that, just...
I mean, red would make more sense, because didn't he have, like, the red hair and everything else?
That is like, true,
So a red tail on there would have made a lot more sense than rainbow. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I agree. Then when we get to this point right here, I mean, I remember beating this game for the first time. We talked about, and we'll talk about a lot more in the next part, just our overall feeling of the game, but just, like, seeing Ganon finally, like, collapse right here and just... I remember the feeling, it was just like so much excitement, like at one single time.
Well, of course, then you have that thought, wait, is there another stage after
Well, yes, I kind of thought that myself too.
But I do love this final killing stroke.
I agree with you.
Just stabbing it right in to finish him off.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't like, and I know we've mentioned this at previous points in the game, how they kind of toned down a little bit of the blood.
Yep.
They changed his blood. I believe it was red in the Nintendo 64 version.
It was.
And they made it green here.
Well, they also have a Ganondorf when he puked
coughs.
up. I guess that's a better word. But when he coughs up blood, it's green.
Yeah.
And then we also kind of saw the same thing. I don't know if it was green in the Shao Temple or if it just
got rid of
it just wasn't there at all, like you said. But
a little bit toning down. I'm not a fan.
I understand because like things are just different nowadays than they were back then. But
they are.
I mean, that was an awesome little addition right there. And I mean, come on, you got all these Xbox One games, PS4 games that are showing all this
Call
stuff.
of Duty where you're mowing down millions of opponents.
Yeah, I know Nintendo's a little more children friendly, but I mean,
but how about this scene though with the sages just becoming little like streaks of the color to finally imprison Ganondorf? But now that they are, this will wrap up.
This actually wraps up. The game. We'll get the credits in the next part.